What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I had a phone call. Let me know if y'all could hear me. Let me know if y'all could hear me. All right. So we're good. So we're good. Give me we're good. Just make sure. Looks like we are. But shout out to all you guys. Back with another one. And back with another one. Hope everybody's doing well and swell in this, you know, in this crazy world that we all gotta maneuver through, try to survive and everything in between. Um, and always a lot going on. Um, and this video was sparked more from Wise had posted a little clip of Noah Narari, right? Whatever the fuck his name is. And I remember this back in you know I think it was during Mr. 19 that came out. And the words that come out this creature I don't even want to call him a creature. You know, cesspool. His mouth. It's just unbelievable. The stuff he talks about, the stuff he writes about, and surprisingly, there's a lot of people, you know, that like this guy, that believe, you know, and I'm not talking about wealthy. I'm talking about just regular, degular, you know, type of people. You know, the kind of, I don't know, I would call it far liberal type people. Love this guy, man. It's the weirdest shit in the world, man. You know, they're in agreement with shit he says. Because you remember, he's got stuff that he says, and then he's got stuff like that he said, like this right here. You know, I'll play it real quick.
You have a small elite that pushes things in its own interests, even if it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the population. This has happened so many times previously in history, and it's probably going to happen again. One of the biggest dangers to the planet today is this technological utopia, because probably for the elite it will work. If bad comes to worst, and when the flood comes, the scientists will build a Noah's Ark for the elite, leaving the rest to drown, the rest of the people and the rest of the ecosystem. But they are likely to be able to construct this technological Noah's Ark, which is probably what much of the elite is counting.
Crazy, right? That they can come out and say some shit like that. And you know, they showed that in the movies and stuff, all that other good stuff. But, you know, it just refreshed my memory, seeing that video. And shout out to my brother Wise. Um, it just refreshed my memory seeing, you know, that video yesterday. And, I mean, these people shouldn't even be allowed to breathe air. All these psychopaths, man, they shouldn't even be allowed to breathe the same air as us at all. By default, that is a fucking that's everything evil on this planet. And these people can get on TV. They can be in the most, anywhere and spew this type of shit and nobody even, you know, I mean, that place should, wherever these people show up should be, I mean, it should just be whatever, for them to come out and say this, man. Say the things like they say. I mean, that's wild. That lets you know that all the people tied to this agenda, they ain't fucking around. There is no games. It's not fun. It's not theater. It's not, this. It's not, cool. It's real shit that is going on. You know, real stuff. Man, they got these freaking license plate readers everywhere now in Rochester. All in the name of safety. It's all about safety. And then about an hour away from here, yeah, that's what the fuck? Those are, man, those are the they put those up here. But uh damn, that's crazy. But anyways, they have you know, come out and talk the way they do, you know, about humanity as a whole, and they're the ones that are like, I mean, they already got away with it long enough. But even like, the famous villains, we know like Bill Gates, the shit that comes out of his mouth. Oh, if we did this and we did that, and then people follow the advice of these psychopaths, right? Like, how did they get in these positions to where they could even talk like that? You know, making it sound like they're for humanity, but when you listen to them, it's everything against humanity, right? All right, let me know if I'm back. Sorry, I got another phone call. Let me know if I'm back. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. So yeah, these people, right? And it's just a refresher on how hell bent they are on, their future, their plan, and things like that. It makes you wonder, like, a time frame, and what they plan to do, if they do plan to do something where they try to wipe out, you know, existence. Who knows, man. You know, you look at eras of beings before, like, you ask yourself where they went. You know, there was a point in time where something happened and people in areas, the majority of them fucking vanish. You know, and it makes you wonder, like, is this shit that the great reset, like a video game reset. You know, I mean, it gets deep into technologies we don't even understand, ever seen or know, that maybe there's, some type of energy that can just go over and shit turn to dust. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just me, just, thinking the utmost fucking worst possibilities, Um, because sometimes when I'm in the forest, that crosses my mind. Like when I walk through the forest, I look at, man, all the trees are all the same size. So did they all grow, together? And it's like, you start looking at the forest, you start, looking at the trees, and then I start thinking like, man, how old are these trees? And did this grow? When does this forest all grow at one time? It's a lot of shit that I be thinking about. Like, shit they tell us about time is not accurate. Just a lot of different shit. But yeah, so it makes you wonder, you know, and because we already know. Think about it, man. I mean, we have to, if we logically think about it, this society is at its end. Okay, no leader can come in like America, whether Donald Trump becomes the president, right? And it just keeps going. After him, then what? Like after like because he's like this god of the Trump supporters and to save America. But what about he's only got 4 years? Like I mean, when you look at it, okay, if you look at it from a political, brain, he's only has 4 years anyway. These people make 30-year plans, 20-year plans. You think they give a fuck about some guy coming in office for 4 years? Whatever he does, they can undo it if it was like a legit thing. That's how you know it's something that is plotted, planned out already. Because it just none of this makes any sense, but it makes all the sense. So America can't keep running the way it's running. The world can't is not running the way it's running. It's all gonna change. And it's people are like, oh, it'll take 20 years to change. It'll take this to change. But people don't understand that, yeah, it could take a long time, but not operating in a system that we're in. The system that we're in does not transition slowly. And then people always tell me, oh, yeah, look how long it took for this. And I'll talk, you don't understand. These people have technology that eliminates pretty much a lot of, I would say more than half of whatever's going on now with human and technology interaction, right? More than half will be wiped out once they unleash their their AI programs, their money system, all that. You don't need people. A lot of people not needed anymore. Hands down. We already know that. So, these people come out and talk this way because they know the way that they're going to try to make this go, right? They know the way that they want to make it go. Now we could say, yeah, we're going to stop it. We're going to wake up. No, I'm sorry, guys. It's not fucking happening. You know, that's not happening. Everyone's not going to wake up together. Everyone's not going to get the same mindset to where, you know what? We got to become more of a being. All right. Therefore, we could get everybody on the same page. That love frequency. Not love and like frequency, but there's that love for you know what's right. The right things, the pure hearted right things. What's right. You know, we far from that, man. And time ain't on our side, and it's not fear, none of that shit. But as you can see, the eclipse happened, and people run around talking about nothing happened. Well, everything happened. It's the unseen, and now you're seeing it all start to manifest. New levels of evil. There's some crazy shit going on around in this area. Ironically, where the fucking eclipse was. Yes, the other day, two police officers shot and killed. Boom, just like that. Crazy shootout. People captured it on like audio and cameras. Shit sounded like fucking Iraq. Two officers shot dead. You know, that ain't cool. For all the cop haters, they're, oh, another dead pig. No, it's not. It ain't. That's the wrong way to be thinking. You know, how the fuck is that justified and right? That ain't right. That's crazy thinking. That's crazy thought. And in Rochester, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. I can't even share videos of the young kids. They delete my fucking channel. Last time I shared a Kia Boys video, fucking whole channel got struck in. The minute I hit the fucking upload, I'm like, God damn. Oh, so they want to push. These fucking Kia Boy kids have YouTube channels and Instagram channels with 15, 20,000 followers, all kind of shit. Crazy shit, man. Craziness. Crazy shit. You know? Crazy. Crazy stuff. So, you know, um, what they're doing in Rochester, there's police that are sitting in front of schools because they're taking the stolen Kia and playing chicken. Not chicken like hitting cars, but like they driving on the school trying to hit people. Like that shit ain't making the news because they don't want to scare people. You know, they don't want to scare people. They don't want to show people how bad it really is out here. You know, they're not telling people that people are murdering people with fentanyl out on the streets. You know, they're not telling people that. They're just saying, oh, they OD. When people are murdering people with this shit. And this is the same drug they've used in nations for eons. You know, China didn't get the way it did because, oh, it never had, no, it because they went through this shit already. That's how they took that bitch over, you know? And it's another thing. You look at Iran's president, right? Iran, right? You look at Iran's president and you start to go back, you can start to see where they took out the original leaders of those areas and stuck in. I believe. I mean, he's look at this motherfucker. Look at Iranian president. Tell me what he looked like. Features don't lie. Features do not lie. He look. I'm pretty much. You do your research, and you're gonna start coming into the Khazarian, right? The Khazars. Look at that motherfucker, man. These people, man. You know, just look at them. That ain't no fucking Iranian, pure Iranian blood. That's not a fucking Iranian. Iranians are dark. I'm telling you, man. And look at the territory of the Khazars. And then think about that shit again. You know? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. By design. And the reason why I wanted to bring this whole video back, right? Reason why I wanted to bring this whole video back right here. I'm gonna play it again. Shout out to Wise, but I'm gonna play this video again.
You have a small elite that pushes things in its own interests, even if it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the population. This has happened so many times previously in history, and it's probably going to happen again. One of the biggest dangers to the planet today is this technological utopia, because probably for the elite it will work. If bad comes to worst, and when the flood comes, the scientists will build a Noah's Ark for the elite, leaving the rest to drown, the rest of the people and the rest of the ecosystem. But they are likely to be able to construct this technological Noah's Ark, which is probably what much of the elite is counting.
So you see, talking about the Great Flood, right? Talking about the Great Flood. Okay. Now this is where I was like, like this all, me and the Wise always kind of like be somehow bouncing off each other without even knowing it. So when I heard that, okay, he's talking about the flood. Okay, his name is Noah. Okay, all right, all right. But when I was like the flood, okay, I'm like, okay, let me go to the flood. So then I have this right here. Let me show y'all this real quick. So you have him talking about the Great Flood, right? Check this shit out. Oh, where this image is at? Is this it? Let me see. No, that's not it. Well, there is hold on, that pic that had that overlaid in. Let me see if I got it. Um, no, hold on, wait. I gotta find it. Hold on. But there is a right now, hold on, in Syria, Iran. Okay, let me show you. I thought I had this screenshot, but I had to. I didn't. Hold on. Okay. Now, um, in if you go and following, I post videos, they get 1, 2 views. Nobody cares. It's not entertaining. I get it, right? But right now, the top story. All right, martyrs and wounded in ongoing Israeli aggression on Gaza Strip. Right, occupied Jerusalem. Um, a number of Palestinians were martyred and others were injured Tuesday in ongoing Israeli occupation aggression. Now, they call it Israeli occupation aggression, and they also call it, the U.S. occupation forces. Okay, they tell y'all who it is. You could just go look up. You can look up exactly who the Israeli occupation is. They'll show it'll all they'll show you all that, right? But the operation is called, okay. That operation they got going on over there is called. Oh, let me get. They have an occupation over there called. Uh, Hold on, I got it on this phone. My phone getting a little hot. All right. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. All right, you're right, Mad Catter. It can be anything to anyone. Exactly. Doesn't mean a flood. That's where I'm getting at. Doesn't mean a flood like, oh, there's gonna be a fucking water flood. No, that's exactly what I'm about to point out. Okay. This is why, like, when Wise posted that video, I'm like, yo, oh, that brought back, memories. I remember when he said that, I was like disgusted. How the fuck is this people even allowed to breathe? You know, how are they allowed to breathe the same air? You know. So they have a operation that started. Okay, this operation started 6:30 a.m. Israel summertime. It's October 2020, Saturday, 7 October 23. Hamas announced the start of Operation El Aqsa Flood. Okay, El Aqsa Flood. They started that. All right. Now, this is where it gets crazy, right? And I've always saw this. They always say, when I'm watching Santa Syria News, always talking about the El Aqsa. It's AQSA flood, right? Um, and now check this out. Okay, this is what it means, right? This is what it means right here. Boom. It says to end the last occupation on Earth, right? Now think of what Yuval Harari said, right? They saying this is what this operation is called, and it means the last operation. Read it; it's right there in front of you. If y'all can see that, let me know if y'all can see that shit. Right? It says it right there. to end the last occupation on earth. Not in the Middle East, not in Israel, not in Palestine, not in Syria, not in Iran, in the entire fucking earth. And it's called, it has the word flood in it. All right, y'all can see it right there. It has the word flood in it. You know, that's why I told people, man, people like, I don't need fucking again numbers to link this shit together to know where the fuck they going, when they going, and how they're going. Just like the whole, after the eclipse. Well, history says after eclipses, wars started and wars ended. Okay, so that lets me know that things are going to escalate after they usher in darkness when your soul is eclipsed, bringing entities, right, to fuel and pop shit off. Because you need energy to start something like a war. You need energy, every way, shape, or form. They need energy for the psychopaths. They need energy for the soldiers. They need energy entities coming in, embodying people to go along with the spell they're casting of war. Point blank, period. And this could just be some bullshit, but I'm just saying, you know, what I literally just got done, checking out, this news station, and then I see a alert pop up. Wise Beta video, and I watched it. I'm like, this stinking motherfucking UFO. How does this dude even get to breathe? Your Harari get to breathe air talking like this, you know? And it was from 20. I think it was from 2022. He said that. I remember that shit. But how does he get to fucking breathe air talking like this shit? Like this shit is a threat to fucking everybody. He's a threat to that is a threat to humanity. The way this guy talks, And again, it's free speech, but it's also a thing is okay. Who the fuck is this motherfucker? Who's he connected to? What does he know? And why is he talking like this? What kind of fucking psychopath is this? I'm sure when he looks in the mirror, he can see like this is not nothing that anyone wants to ever look at. You know? I mean, think about that. These motherfuckers could come out. I get it. There's televisions and all that, but they get to talk like this and then run something like Mr. 19 on us, and we still sit here and just take it. I mean, literally, and that's why they don't give a fuck because they're like they don't. They're like, well, they don't give a fuck. We already don't give a fuck, but we giving them an opportunity to give a fuck, and they still don't give a fuck. Well, shit, get rid of these motherfuckers. Wipe them off the fucking face of the earth. Matter of fact, we had a 20-year plan or whatever the fuck. Make it 2 years. These motherfuckers are beyond. We thought this was going to take longer, but these people are fucked up. Let's get rid of them now. You know? Think about that. You know? It's crazy. So again, I see this, El Asca flood. And I think of what he said. And then look what the fuck this shit, you know, it was to end the last occupation on Earth. That ain't none of that shit by accident. Well, occupation is the occupation of what? Think about it. The occupation of in those lands. You know, something. This is when Americans need to know and truthers need to know that it's some real shit going on. It ain't fucking in this new land over here, fairly new land. It's some shit that it stems back for a long time. And they sold us with the whole New World Order fucking ideology, so we can't see, how deep this shit goes. This is some deep shit, you know. I mean, knowing all that we know and shit, all the shit that we rabbit holes we go down. You mean to tell me, you know, America that has 300 million people is the target? You know, 300 something million is like a fucking. There's nobody. Ain't nobody even in America. You know, ain't nobody even here. If people travel, they'd realize there's no one fucking in America. You know what I'm saying? Travel. You drive fucking 10 minutes away from any city and land. You drive 20 minutes away, ain't nothing but even more land. And if you go in some areas, you're like, God damn, where the fuck is everybody? You know? You're like, where the fuck is everybody at? Ain't nobody around. You know, you know somebody that's in a populated area, you know, even in New York. But like there's no one here. There's no one outside. There's no one around. You know? Everything's spread out. And you know, there's a reason for a lot of that. So yeah, man, this shit is you know, there's real shit going on. And they're telling you. And they do it under the stars. They do it under the constellations, right? It's now the, you know, before Aries over, it's going to be official. Americans might not know it and truthers might not know it, but it's going to be official by them. They've already let you know. You know, when they captured that fucking ship, right? Iran captures a ship and it's ironically to a noble family. Olaf's, the noble family, motherfuckers never even heard of these motherfuckers, but they are wealthier than wealth, and they're connected to a lot of other wealthy people that we never even fucking heard of before. It's a lot of motherfuckers that are these so-called elite that don't need us anymore. It's a lot of them, you know? It's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers, man. Shit we never even heard of. You like, God damn, I didn't know they owned this, they own that, they own that, they own this fucking piece of land. God damn. But they captured their ship and it's called the fucking Zodiac Group. The ship is called Aries. They're telling you. And I didn't took me any kind of numbers to figure that shit the fuck out. They're telling you, right? We're in Aries. Whoa, that can't be a coincidence. It's after the eclipse. Oh, that can't be a coincidence. Everything's escalating in the realms of war. Oh, that can't be a coincidence. Not to mention, I checked in some news in some cities along the path, and I'm like, God damn, but I'm waiting because I've never paid attention to some of these places like Cleveland and you know some of the other places in the path. So I don't know if that's normal kind of news, but I'm like, shit, looks like a lot of bad fucking energy in these areas. I know at Syracuse, I know in Rochester, seen an uptick of some crazy shit. Yeah, it's getting warmer. You could blame that. But I'm like, yo, I came back to Rochester, shit, I could feel like just low energy. Like I just feel something. Just don't feel the same, man. You know? But it is what it is, you know. So yeah, man, it's wild, man. Fucking wild. So yeah. So this motherfucker, I mean, could come out and talk about that and he talk about the flood, you know? What is the flood? What are they flooding? You know? Is it energy, right? Are they gonna use technology to escape? You know, arc. That motherfuckers better realize what they're talking about. An arc. Arc is energy. It ain't no fucking boat. It ain't no fucking boat. It's not a boat. You know, it's energy. You know. Hold on one second. Let me know if we're back, guys. Hold on. Let me know if we're back. It's good, Leonard. The Yuda. You know. So these are just things that I think about and ponder on this crazy bullshit. Um. So hold on one second. Sorry about that. Fucking phone calls. Anyway, so yeah. Um. back to the to the yeah, the topic. They've been infighting with each other. People always think they get along. Right, exactly. Oh, they're all, it's a new world order. They're all together. Yeah, everything, yeah, they're all, man, it's shit they've been fighting about before they even created fucking America. Like, that's why I told y'all, man, the truth is shit is it's just, it's a CIA fucking pot of trash, man. You got to maneuver your way through it, you know? That's what it is. Keep you fucking busy. How the fuck? I mean, it should be logical now that you think about it. You know, when you think about it, if it's in that region, in that same region it's been in for fucking eons, you think they give a fuck about America? Like, Americans think America's so powerful and they care so much. It'll never come here, ha ha ha. Or not in my lifetime. Motherfucker, America is new. It's not even. Like a newborn baby. You think they care about this shit over here? All their shit is over there. Their giant fucking castles and shit like that. They don't got compounds or fucking government. These motherfuckers got goddamn palaces and castles and shit that are old, like 1200, 1300, 1400, probably before that. That's just what the fuck they tell us. You know? I mean, seriously. You know? Oh, they're, I mean, come on, man. If they got some shit going on over there. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Let me know. Um, Let me know if I'm back. Sorry. The most horrific genocide. What's happening here? Exactly. They want motherfuckers to forget about that one. You know, they don't want you to know about that shit. You know, so that's why it's like when it comes to like a lot of stuff, it's like, you know what? It's not even worth energy anymore because when you know what happened, like, okay, well, what else is there to talk about? You know, motherfuckers worried about a tyrannical government and worried about this next leader or Muppet Trump or this and that. But these same fucking people, okay, stole this land. They want you to go vote for them to be a president. Think about how crazy this shit is. They want you to go vote for you want the people to vote for the motherfuckers who murdered, slaughtered, maimed, and fucking ravaged this nation. Right? Voting for, you know, and we already know what their system does to us. I mean, this shit is wild, man, when you think about it. That's why they can't come out with another system. They gotta fucking reset the game, you know? And that's what people should be preparing for. Ain't gonna be no revolution. It's not gonna be no revolution where the people take up arms and their guns and they're on the street with truthers and each other's and shooting at and then fucking somebody they can't even fucking see. That ain't happening, man. You know? A society without no with a system collapse, yeah, but not no revolution, none of that shit. No, motherfuckers got this picture painted in their head like a movie where the good people are gonna wake up and they're gonna take over and bring the you know. I mean, come on, man. You gotta be fucking stupid to think some shit like that. I mean, come on, man. And we don't give them too much power, but it is what it is. That ain't fucking happening. For just an idiot to embody that kind of thought is fucking retarded, you know? And I've always knew that, you know? They want to wake people up to know what the fuck going on and network together to figure out a way to sustain the motherfucking whatever they got going on and survive, not from them, from us. Motherfuckers worried about the government, but you got to worry about your neighborhood. Mr. 19 showed you that shit. You had to get to the grocery store because them motherfuckers was panicking. You had to stock up because everyone else was panicking. I mean, come on, man. I done been in some fucking breakdown society situations. Shit, ain't nobody talking about Jesus and all this other shit and all the no man, black, white, it don't fucking matter. Whoever in your area, listen, we gotta figure this shit the fuck out. Criminals helping, I've seen it all. You know, ain't nobody thinking about none of that shit. Human instinct starts to kick in where, well, you know what? Shit, we all want some fucked up shit had happened. It's 12 feet of fucking snow out here and people are dying. Let's figure this shit out. It ain't, all that other shit is out the fucking window, you know? That's what we gotta worry about. Not they ain't got even they don't have to fire a single round. They ain't gotta crank up a kilowatt to send a fucking laser beam. They ain't gotta do shit. They just gotta pull back for a little while and watch us eat each other. That's what the fuck's happening now on a small scale. They pulled back their police resources, ambulance resources, and fire resources. And look what's happening all across the fucking nation. All they did was sprinkle a little fairy dust drug around. Look at the mayhem it's causing now. You know? I mean, come on, man. I mean, this shit is. I remember one of the ex fucking, whatever it was, you know, oh, man, you're a fucking fed. I'm not, you won't be standing to me. Well, we're at war. I'm like, what? With that mentality, I don't fucking want. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? These motherfuckers that got a vision of like a movie where they're gonna have Toyota pickup trucks or Chevys and shit with fucking armed fucking militiamen and truthers and we're gonna fucking battle this shit. I'm fucking stupid with that shit. That's just some dumb, ignorant shit. You know, you got firearms. I got firearms for protection, bitch. That's what I got. Whatever that fucking threat is, that's all I got the protection for. Nothing else. All that other shit is just stupid thinking. That's just retarded. That's mental retardation. That's a person who's mentally challenged and is brainwashed. I mean, seriously, you know? Exactly. We got to worry about the motherfuckers you still got to worry about motherfuckers chaining themselves to your McDonald's that you're trying to break into, you know? Motherfuckers gonna fucking, when they get them climate activists over this bitch, then you be, and then you really see what time it is, you know? So you got to worry about all the people they don't brainwash. God damn, these some nice ass Prevost buses. Jesus. So that's what a motherfucker got to worry about. So yeah, man, you know, look at what's going on in the Middle East. It is escalating by far. It's been going on. Um, you know, but yeah, interesting though. The last operation, the last occupation on Earth, right? We're gonna go back to what Yuval Harari. Again, thanks Wise for sparking that. We go back.
You have a small elite that pushes things in its own interests, even if it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the population. This has happened so many times previously in history, and it's probably going to happen again. The one of the biggest dangers to the planet today is this technological utopia, because probably for the elite it will work. If bad comes to worst, and when the flood comes, the scientists will build a Noah's Ark for the elite, leaving the rest to drown, the rest of the people and the rest of the ecosystem. But they are likely to be able to construct this technological Noah's Ark, which is probably what much of the elite is counting.
So yeah, you got that, right? And then you got this right here, right? This was one of the story from today. Operation Al Aqsa flood launched by Palestinian resistance on October 7th. Right? This was actually the news. Man, people keep calling my goddamn fucking phone. Okay? So, there are some news stories every day about that shit, right? But then you got this is what this is what it means, right? Hold on. This is what it means, right? Declared the operation was to end the occupation, to end the last occupation on Earth. That's how powerful this shit is. What's going on in the Middle East? And you ever wonder why they call it the Middle East, anyways? Like, how is something gonna be Middle East? Think about that, and then understanding what East is. The Eastern Star, right? Think about that. The Middle East, the Eastern Star. You get Israel, the Star of David. Start thinking about this shit, man. You know, as I told her, we gotta wake up from the fucking truth bullshit, because it was a rabbit hole of fucking lot of it. A lot of it's a rabbit hole of nonsense. The New World Order, the New World Order. Meanwhile, they doing shit that we have no fucking even remote clue about, you know, for a different agenda, right? For something spiritual, something deeper than we can even understand. We could try to understand it, but this shit goes deep, man. And then you look at Iran's president. Look at that motherfucker, man. That ain't no goddamn fucking Iranian. That's not one of the people. Okay? That's not one of the people. Look at America. That ain't one of the people of America. Look at motherfucking other countries. That ain't one of the them ain't the people. You know? These are motherfuckers that took over. These the people that took over. You know? Yeah, man. It's wicked, man. It truly is wicked. And a lot of these motherfuckers don't even need to be breathing the same air we do. They shouldn't even be allowed to. You know? We just caught in the crossfire. We caught in the middle of something we don't even know about. Something we don't know about, something we don't understand. We in the middle, you know. So, but what's good? Good shout out to all you got ESP rap samples. He never told you that. Nope. There's your 56. And that shit. No being is really here is redacted awareness into the mind control machine that makes the illusions of place seem real. It's actually a disconnected from self. Hey, whatever. I know when if somebody comes and punches me in the face, I just got punched in the face. I gotta react to that shit. I get all that what you're saying, but hey, look, man, we can't be so off on our fucking spiritual journey that we forget it's a physical thing happen here. That case, we might as well just check the fuck out. So I get all that, but if somebody runs and punches me in the face, I just got punched in the fucking face. Now I gotta react to that. If somebody comes up and fucks with somebody in my family, fucks with my kids, I gotta react to that. I can't say it's just an illusion. It's not happening. No, that shit's happening, motherfucker. What you gonna do? Somebody come up and start choking your ass, it's just an illusion. Man, no. Your body's gonna spray some fucking shit inside of your body to let you know you in serious fucking danger. React. So I can't. I get it, but I can't rock out with all that. It's a certain time and place for that, and it just ain't. You know, and that's unfortunate that but it is what it is. I mean I've been unplugged and I've been unplugging for many years. You know, but if you ain't, I'm just saying, shit is real out here. You know, shit is very real out here. You know, and yeah, when you unplug, you don't pay attention to it. Yeah, I understand that. But also, you got to know, real shit's happening. We cannot pay attention to it. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. You know? Somebody hit me, back when 2021, middle deep into the Mr. 19. It was like, man, you always told me about, that it was a spiritual brother of mine who was all way up too high in his spiritual consciousness. Talked all, everything. I was trying to drop shit on him, like, yo, man, this whole world got rocked and shit like that. Man, it was like, man, he came back real quick. Like, yo, he's like, yo, man, this shit is no matter how much I'm not paying attention, it's affecting me. I'm like, hey, man, I just shrugged my shoulders, like, yeah. During the whole Mr. 19, it didn't affect me. Shit, I was on how I had sun 80 degrees every fucking day. So I definitely wasn't going through that shit, you know. But it's still, I knew it was there. It still affected me, just remove myself from it. But but I get it, you know. But it's just nonstop. So the origin of right now, it's only physical because the sense of the fine man once connected to your true form outside of this place. So of course you feel that. That's the whole point to make it work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the point of. I'm just saying, like, I get all that spiritual consciousness, all that stuff. But to know when there's some threat looming, it is what it is. We cannot pay attention, but shit, you know. So if somebody comes to punch you in the face, that shit's real. Yeah, you just take it and eat it like that didn't happen. Meanwhile, your fucking face is looking like a fucking Mike Tyson kicked you in the face instead of punching you. You know, so I get it. I get it, but we gotta come to grips with what is. This is the plane we on. And if I've always what I tell super spiritual people, I say, okay, show me how you're here with me, so we're talking. So if I'm going through shit, you still going through shit, and I would tell them like, yo, okay, you tell me If this is all what you saying it is, let's morph out of this bitch right now. And guess what? Motherfucker ain't morphing out of here. When bad comes, let me just morph out of here. And then bad won't happen, right? It's just our mind making it up. Well, make me unmake my mind. You know, when you do it, then I'm all on board. You know, so that's just my thing. You know, I get it. You know, I don't bend down all that, all those down those holes. You know, I just know what is, and shit's gonna get real. You know, I tell all my loving lighters the same thing. Shit gonna get real, guys. Smile and you know, that's the energy, frequency, and vibration. It's got to go up. It's got to go down. Got to go up. It's got to go down. You got to have good energy. You got to have bad energy. It just is what it is. You can't have good energy without bad energy. You can't have bad energy without good energy. Because how you gonna know? Won't be able to decipher the two. There's always a positive and a negative. There's always a neutral in the middle. There's always a positive and negative. That's how you create energy. You got to know one from the other. You can't have light without dark. You can't have dark without light. That's just 101 logic. So, you know, but those principles, you know, creates reality. Otherwise, there would be nothingness, you know. There would be no movement, no frequency, no vibration without those principles, you know. So yeah. Oh, man. But it's a wild, it's wild, man. So it's true, it's wild. But you know, while I was traveling, my ancestors were talking to me, let me know, hey, look, as long as you keep this same drive, you're gonna be all right. You know, just know when things come and think you're gonna be all right. You just gotta listen to all the signs. You know, and I'll tell that story another day. But it was actually a crazy journey up away from this fucking darkness and this eclipse that let me know I was right on point. Even by the ancestor energy, let me know exactly how I was on point because everything happened to where I already knew what it was. You know, it just was letting me guide me on the way. You know, through a lot of shit, and you know, it's good. You know, ESP, Love and Lighters. Yeah, the Love and Lighters, man. I battle with the Love and Lighters all the time because they were in all this spiritual high consciousness and energy and 5D realm and all this other shit. And we're in the age of Aquarius. And I'm like, God, the new earth. And I'm like, fuck. What do you die, right? You got to die out of here? Which one is it? What do you got to do? Upon our death, we'll meet this place? Like what? Let me know. Like, and it's like the fucking Christians. Everybody's got a different fucking answer. I'm like, good God Almighty, this shit again, you know? So I just call them love and lighters because there's a false light that people are following, you know? And they even do spells and every fucking thing, you know? They do all these kind of, you know, think they're doing, you know, good, but actually they're fucking casting spells and all. They're doing the shit all the dark occultists and the dark forces are used to manipulate and control us and they think they're bettering themselves and benefiting themselves, but a lot of people are casting fucking demons on themselves because that's how they put it out there. You know, people shout out to Wise again. I ain't even had time to upload my three. The video's like 3 hours. I just quit. I said, fuck it. It's all over the place. It's too long, too much information. Nobody's gonna fucking watch it, and I'm putting too much energy into it. I'm done. If people don't want to, you know, not cannot see the fucking obvious, then I don't know what to tell you. You know. I think Wise need to do another one, just refresh everybody's memory, and then they can go on their own fucking. So that's what I watched his shit when he was dropping, and I did my own research, and I wanted to make a video, but it just, hey man, I ain't got enough time in the day. It's so much, man, and it is just so much, you know. A lot of this shit, man. You know, there's a lot of this shit out here. This is done by them, man. and you can trace it. It goes. It literally it traces right back, and it's like, damn, these motherfuckers, man. You know. And the teaching goes back, and it goes back to you know, man, what the fuck's his name? You know, goes back to King James. A lot of these people, man, King James. What's the other one? Ben, forgot his name. Um, all these ancient alchemists, astrologists, philosophers, politicians. You know, they used to, and then they used to, the king used to get the information from them because they were considered, you know, enlightened, you know, with all this knowledge and information, you know, and they used it to manipulate, to control, you know, they hijacked other, you know, Hinduism, Buddhism, manipulated it because they thought it was so beautiful and they didn't understand it, but they knew people resonated with it, you know. So yeah, but we sure. Let me see. The basic persona of each individual extends to everyone's local field of version of self, so are not singularities. What about your other selves? Um, shit, I'll be lost on all that because there's a lot of comments. And approximately unplugged from the mind. I'll just finish it off. So that's my awareness consciousness fully with my true form, and it's not ultimate. That is the ultimate. The only ultimate unplugging. I mean, let's think about this. Can we ultimately unplug from this matrix? You know, ultimately unplug from this matrix. I say, no, we cannot. We could, but who's actually going to do it? The only ultimate unplugging is up out of this motherfucker. Honestly, that's the. I mean, 100% unplugging is out because if you're in, you're in. You know, you can't. You know, you could tell yourself you're unplugged, but truly not be unplugged. You know, I mean, if that's the case, we could say that a man yelling on the corner and he don't know where the fuck he's at, and they call him crazy. Maybe that's unplugged. But as far as like a functioning human being right now, if you ain't ducked off in the fucking woods, living like a primitive culture, I'm talking straight, no internet, no nothing, then that may be unplugged. You know, I like watching the like natives, like it's still natives on this planet who just don't know, who just only understand Earth, nature, still live by all the codes, and I think that's fucking beautiful. But can somebody unplug? Nah, can't do it. You know, can't fucking do it. So the only way is out this motherfucker. The only way. So off grid, rural, chicken, cows, fruit, no television, no internet. Only unplugging is going strictly to the motherfucking land, and I don't think any of us is doing that shit. I'm talking straight to the land. No, nothing. Like straight, like you living like the fucking nature's living. That's for me is unplugged because you ain't got no plugs. There's nothing that you're plugging up. You building your house with everything in nature. There's no electricity. You're using fire. There's nothing that man fucking makes, but you make it. That's the only way you're gonna be 100% off unplugged. I mean, the only way, you know. I mean, we could do our best to unplug, but 100% unplug is shit. Like Kumbuka Unka and deep in the motherfucking Amazon or deep in the jungles of Africa, where them motherfuckers got to hike for 3 days just to find these motherfuckers. That's living off grid. I mean, these people they got everything to me, but they ain't got nothing, you know? So that's the only true unplugging. So, you know, no escaping this body. These are avatars, are not us. You know, and I like your energy, how you explain it. That's beautiful. You know, and it's a lot of you know, it's a lot of understanding to that. I'm with it. But and I understand exactly what you're saying. You know, New Agers died in 2012 is what I understood. I do not belong to any group. I'm just myself as I let go away from all teachings. It's only the higher field knowing that I possess. I mean, hey, maybe you come on one day and, chop it up and just, we could talk about shit. I love talking about shit like this, you know? But yeah, New Agers and Love and Lighters, no, man. We got to come to grips with reality, But I get it. Yeah, I remember somebody did a thing where they were like iOS was like in ourself, and it makes sense, iOS, they were like, oh, the iOS means in ourself. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Think about these phones; they actually become us, they actually can read our thoughts, Think about that shit. So, you know, but like I said, man, if we unplugged, you know, I wouldn't be talking to a person if they was 100% unplugged. Because one, they wouldn't be on the internet. They wouldn't have a device. Because that's being unplugged. You know, so but yeah. But shout out to all you guys. Shout out to my brother Wise who sparked the video. Um, let me move this out the way. Hope all is well with everybody else in this wild world, and pay attention because things gonna happen. You know, things are gonna happen, and we gotta just be prepared. Things are we're gonna go through it. So always unplugging. Speaking of plugging, my phone's always unplugging. So, but the thing about it, man, we get to see whatever they got cooking. You know, we get to see it, go through it. Fucking, I've just seen a city truck with a plow on it. I wonder if it's got salt in it and they're gonna dump salt all over the fucking city, try to get rid of it. Yeah, we got to protect our loved ones, man, and be alert. That's it. Because, things are going to happen. You know, I mean, Sunday they were in the United Nations after Iran struck. And then, the mainstream really isn't going to tell you anything, but this is what they do. There are negotiations now about, the war, the strategies, what they're going to do, what justifies what. And one nation is playing how, according to their international rules and on conflicts, that they got a, they got a right to retaliate. They got to, it is what it is. Self-defense. It works from your own individual level all the way up to somebody created a nation and that level. That's how far it goes. But people don't always play by the rules, so it is what it is. But the war has been going on. It increased, and it's going to continue, and it's going to come to these lands. All right. And you got to remember, okay, if you think about the Death to America, right? That doesn't come from Death to America does not come from the mindset of those people over there. All right. That don't come Death to America was some type of campaign, okay? And what they did all these years is just like they brainwashed us, they brainwashed millions of those people, okay? Because they got a plan. And their plan has been going on longer than America's even existed. You know, this is why when people say, "Oh, it's," you don't realize that this plan existed before America was created. Okay, before the corporation was found, the new lands. You know, these motherfuckers been at war. All right, they've been at war. Think about that. So, you know, gotta think. You know, just look at that Iranian president. Tell me what you see. And Israel and Iran after the eclipse of the sun, which is, Ra. Shout out to my brother Truth Virus. Is the sun Ra, right? So you got Israel and Iran in Aries, which is the first month, right? In the time of, you know, the sun's energy returning, right? So the ascension. So yeah, it's a lot, you know, it's a lot. Well, again, shout out to all you guys. And, you know, shout out to all my fucking Bible thumpers that think Jesus is about to fly back and save the world. You know, shit, along with a lot of other things makes zero sense whatsoever. So, you know, but cope indeed. You got to get over the idea that we are humans because that is the biggest deception. What keeps most people looking back into the system. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but again, hey, I don't get it. I get it, but I get it. You know, we're at a point where, you know, and we are more powerful than we could ever imagine. We're seriously powerful, you know. But you know, so yeah, like I said, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I don't know what perspective it comes from. I get it. I've heard, all this many times from, you know, many different people. So definitely not my first rodeo with hearing all that. Shout out to Origins of Beingness and Tenement. That's a name that's like, so I know there's a lot of intelligence there. You know, but well, you certainly don't want to unplug and be unconscious. That is the definition of death of the avatar. You can protect yourself by your unconscious. Yeah. Well, one day I do a stream. Come up on here and hey, man, just talk to the people. Let's get drop some of these jewels or whatever. And you know. So, but all right, y'all, I'm about to get up off here, and much love to you guys, and to the next one. But I'm gonna leave y'all with this motherfucking image right here of this fucking psychopath, and I'll leave y'all with his words so people can get the fucking picture of how serious these people are.
You have a small elite that pushes things in its own interests, even if it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the population. This has happened so many times previously in history, and it's probably going to happen again. One of the biggest dangers to the planet today is this technological utopia, because probably for the elite it will work. If bad comes to worst, and when the flood comes, the scientists will build a Noah's Ark for the elite, leaving the rest to drown, the rest of the people and then the rest of the ecosystem. But they are likely to be able to construct this technological Noah's Ark, which is probably what much of the elite is counting.
So, that's Newhar, that's the psychopath, right? And then you got this, the flood. All right. Get his ass off this fucking screen. And then you got the flood of this psychopath, right? The last occupation on earth. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the whole, you got to explain it to all of us one day where you're coming from, you know. But, what your meaning of unplug is, because, you know, I don't know. Because if you're still living, working, making money on the internet, on a device, you're still plugged in. I don't care any way you want to call it. That you're still plugged in, 100%. So I don't know what else. What's good, Alkaline Organic Fanatic? So yeah, next time you see a live, how folks, we can do it like you can come on and you drop the jewels and stuff like that. But yeah. But eyes up, guys, and much love to y'all, and I'll talk to you later.
Sejak ini, betul yang saya